My name is Kim Hildebrandt, and I'm the 2019 European Rolex Scholar of the Our World Underwater Scholarship Society. Originally from Hamburg, Germany, I'm a veterinary medicine student and a passionate scuba diver and ocean enthusiast alike. So I started into this incredible scholarship year with the main question in mind of how I could possibly combine the fascination I have for the ocean with the academic path that I chose, as well as what other possibilities the underwater world holds. As one of my first experiences, I flew to the archipelago of the Azores amidst the Atlantic Ocean. Here I helped cetacean watching LDA with the recording of data on the many different cetacean species, which can be sighted around these uniquely remote islands. These data provide an invaluable opportunity to see long-term changes in the cetacean populations of the Atlantic. And because I had had a rather long break in diving before the scholarship year started, I couldn't wait to jump back into the water. So first, I wanted to further work on my own dive skills, as well as on the first leadership skills in diving. So I flew to Malta to complete my PADI Dive Master course with Dive Check Malta. And subsequently, I took a GOE Fundamentals course led by John Kendall. This course helped me tremendously in improving my buoyancy, trim and overall confidence underwater. Plus, I tackled the challenge of learning to dive in a dry suit. And I want to be honest, it really wasn't easy in the beginning. With the rediscovered underwater confidence in my pocket, I then participated in the Red Sea Diving Safari's photo camp in Egypt. But Paul Duxfield, Anne and Phil Metcalf really went above and beyond to give me the best introduction to the photography world that I could have imagined. And the astonishing coral reefs of the Red Sea, bursting with colorful life of such diversity, just contributed to the joy. Following the photo camp, I was lucky enough to spend 2 more weeks in the northern Red Sea, practicing my underwater photography intensively. In a group of photographers from all over the world, and under the guidance of the amazing Alex Mustard, it really helped me progress in my photography skills. Subjects that we were looking out for, besides the impressive wrecks and coral reefs of course, were the big schools of fish, which are aggregating in the Ras Mohammed National Park for spawning. Next, it was time for me to seek experiences, meeting the biggest objective of mine: finding the junction between veterinary medicine and my passion for the ocean's megafauna. For this reason, I flew to the Maldives, to the Sea Turtle Rescue Center of the Olive Ridley Project. On the beautiful sandy beaches of this island paradise, sadly, every year many turtles wash up, heavily entangled in ghost gear, discarded fishing nets. Then brought to the rescue center by seaplane or speedboat, these turtles often require flipper amputations or other surgical procedures, as well as physiotherapy, daily wound care, and treatment with antibiotics to fight bacterial infections of their bones. I was able to help with all these veterinary procedures and loved the hands-on work. Many turtles also suffer from the Buoyancy Syndrome, which keeps them afloat and is caused by air being stuck under their carapace, after trauma to the lungs while the exhausting trials to escape the nets. As a means of physiotherapy, we sometimes had the opportunity to take our smallest buoyant patient, Artemis, out into the ocean, where he clearly had a boost in motivation for diving. And it was a very rewarding feeling to see him achieve a few centimeters more in depth every time, because the air was slowly dissolving after many weeks of rehabilitation. After seeing the misfortunes of our patients in the rescue center, the most hope-bringing event of my time at the ORP, though, was to guard 2 green sea turtle nests while hatching. Every little hatchling that makes it into the ocean counts, and I feel incredibly fortunate to have witnessed this magical moment. Next, I visited researchers of the Manta Trust in Lamu Atoll to learn about the contactless underwater ultrasound, which has been conducted here for the very first time ever in wild reef manta rays. The scans they are recording help them to better understand the reproductive ecology of reef manta rays, which can then hopefully drive forward the conservation of the species in certain key areas. Subsequently, I went on a manta expedition with eco-pro divers, where I got to dive with the charismatic mopulate rays, both by day and by night. What an incredible experience that was! And by doing so, we collected photo ID shots of their undersides to expand the Manta Trust's catalogue of individuals. Afterwards, I helped the Maldives whale shark research program in their community outreach and to collect photo IDs as well as a variety of other data on the whale sharks in the South Ari Marine Protected Area, which is a very unique area as it is being revisited by the same sharks frequently and all year around. After many weeks in tropical waters, my journey then continued to the windiest place in Europe, the little island of Heimaey in the south of Iceland. Here I visited the Sea Life Trust's Beluga whale sanctuary, the world's first project of a relocation of 2 beluga whales from a marine park in Shanghai into their new future natural habitat in Vic Bay. I got to assist in the training of voluntary medical behaviors to the animals, which is a vital part of marine mammal husbandry, to ensure that the animals are comfortable with both routine exams through the caretakers and in case a thorough veterinary examination is necessary. The sanctuary also houses a Puffin Rehabilitation center, and my stay even coincided with the annual puffling patrol season. Every year, the young pufflings mistakenly fly out of their burrows into the town's streets instead of out to the ocean. As a tradition, the island's children patrol the streets at night to collect these pufflings and bring them to the center. There they are counted, weighed, measured, ringed, and sometimes they unfortunately come in oiled and need to be washed, kept and fed for a few days to ensure waterproofness of their plumage. This program gives the researchers the opportunity to monitor the reproductive success of this world's biggest puffin colony, which really is put into perspective when I now tell you that we received up to 800 pufflings per day. The most rewarding feeling, though, was the puffling's final release to sea. And of course, I couldn't leave Iceland without a dive between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates in the world-famous Silfra fissure. In the end, I wasn't sure if it was the otherworldly clarity or just the cold of the water here that took my breath away more. And here I even saw my very first ducks from underwater, by the way. From Iceland, I flew to Alaska, where I worked at the Alaska Sea Life Center, under the supervision of the head veterinarian Dr. Carrie Gertz. I also worked on a project monitoring and improving the pre-transportation acclimation of 2 of the rescued sea otters by recording their body core temperatures through temperature-sensitive radio transmitters that are implanted into their peritoneal cavity. The sea otters were desensitized to different transport-related stimuli in cumulative trial periods, and it was great that we were soon able to recognize a decrease in stress. Through the variety of incredible experiences that the scholarship has already made possible for me, my passion for the ocean and scuba diving has just grown exponentially. And the stories of the many inspiring people that I've been lucky enough to meet so far have shown me that I've really just scratched the surface of what possibilities there are to get involved. With this being said, I'm incredibly excited for the next few months, and I would like to thank each and every one that has been part of my journey so far, as well as our amazing sponsors, the OWUSS itself, and Rolex.